Yashica was founded in 1949 in Nagano, Japan. Initially producing components for electronic clocks, the company soon shifted its focus to cameras, reflecting Japan's burgeoning post-war camera industry. Throughout the decades, Yashica's innovative spirit and commitment to quality cemented its legacy in the photographic community. Today, Yashica continues to honor its heritage while embracing innovation. The company focuses on producing unique digital and analog-inspired cameras that appeal to enthusiasts who appreciate the aesthetic and tactile experience of traditional photography. Yashica's current product lineup includes not only cameras but also accessories and lifestyle products that reflect the brand's classic yet contemporary ethos. Currently, Yashica's products act as a bridge for traditional photography and modern-age photography. The Yashica Y35DG film camera offers the tactile experience of using film while capturing analog-like images. Users can switch between different DG film cartridges, each offering a distinct style and effect. The Y35's design pays homage to vintage Yashica cameras, featuring a retro aesthetic with modern functionalities. The Yashica MF1 Snapshot Art camera is a perfect blend of simplicity and creativity, designed for both beginners and seasoned photographers. This compact, lightweight camera offers a point-and-shoot experience with a touch of artistic flair. It's ideal for capturing spontaneous moments with ease and style. The Yashica MF2 is a modern reimagining of Yashica's classic point-and-shoot film camera. Designed for photography enthusiasts who appreciate the tactile experience of analog photography, the MF2 combines simplicity with robust performance. The Yashica single-use film camera is the perfect choice for those looking to experience the charm of film photography without the need for a more complex setup. This camera is ideal for spontaneous shooting, travel adventures, parties, and special occasions. The Y35DG film camera is Yashica's flagship model in its modern lineup. It combines the classic design of the iconic Yashica Electro 35 with digital technology. The unique feature of the Y35 is its use of DG film modules, which simulate different film types and settings, providing users with a tactile, analog-like experience in a digital format. The Yashica Vision Night Vision camera embodies Yashica's vision of merging classic photography principles with modern innovation, offering a powerful and versatile tool for those who seek to explore and capture the beauty of the night. By merging retro charm with digital convenience, Yashica remains a beloved name in photography, celebrating its rich history while adapting to the evolving needs of modern photographers. Yashica Co., Limited was a Japanese manufacturer of cameras, lenses, and film editing equipment active from 1949 until 2005 when its then owner, Kyocera, ceased production. It acquired the lens manufacturer Tomioka Optical Co., Ltd. In 2008, the Yashica name reappeared on cameras produced by the Hong Kong-based MF Jepson Group. In 2015, trademark rights were transferred to Yashica International Company Limited and appointed 100 Enterprises International Group County Limited as Yashica Global Sole Agent. The company began in December 1949 in Nagano, Japan, when the Yashima Seki Company was founded with an initial investment of $566. Its 8 employees originally manufactured components for electric clocks. Later, they began making camera components, and by June 1953 had introduced their first complete camera, the Yashima Flex, a twin-lens reflex, TLR, medium-format camera designed for 6x6 cm medium-format film. While the Yashima Flex used lenses labeled Tri-Lazar, successive models used Yashica and Yashinon lenses. All of these lenses were manufactured for Yashica by the Tomioka Optical Works, beginning a relationship that lasted for many years. Late in 1953, Yashima Seki Company became Yashima Optical Industry Company, Ltd. In 1957, Yashima founded Yashica Incorporated, a subsidiary arm in New York City to manage marketing efforts in the United States. 1957 also marked the introduction of a popular new TLR camera series, the Yashica Matte line, as well as an 8mm Cine movie camera. Yashica continued to grow, with 1,982 employees by 1958 when it changed its name to Yashica Company, Ltd., on acquiring the Nikka Camera Company, Ltd. The Nikka acquisition was fortunate, as the designs acquired assisted Yashica in expanding its product line into advanced 35mm rangefinder cameras. The Yashica Pentamatic, an advanced, modern 35mm single-lens reflex, SLR, camera with a proprietary bayonet mount, automatic diaphragm, offered only with the Auto Yashinon 50mm/1.8 lens, and interchangeable lenses, was introduced in 1959. As before, Yashica continued to source its lenses from the Tomioka Optical Factory. Around 1959 to 1960, Yashica acquired the assets of the bankrupt Zunao Optical Industry Co. Ltd. Though a small company, Zunao had become known for limited production of a very advanced 35mm SLR camera, along with several high-quality, fast 35mm camera and 8mm Cine, movie, lens designs and a proprietary bayonet mount lens system similar to that of Yashica Pentamatic. With the assistance of Tomioka Optical Works, Yashica adapted Zunao lens designs into its own 8mm turret Cine, movie, cameras. Like Zunao, Yashica found it difficult to gain market acceptance with its proprietary SLR lens mount, and redesigned its SLR camera line in 1962 to accept the Conta/Praktica M42 lens mount. The new SLR camera was introduced as the Penta-J. In December 1965, Yashica introduced the world's first commercially successful electronically controlled 35mm camera, the Yashica Electro 35, a popular rangefinder camera that in various model subvariants eventually sold 8 million units. The company continued to expand its international markets, and in August 1968, Yashica acquired its lens manufacturer, the Tomioka Optical and Machine Manufacturing Co., Ltd. Later renamed the Tomioka Optical Co. Ltd. By this time, Tomioka was one of the largest and most reputable lens manufacturers in Japan. Sales of 35mm SLRs continued to grow steadily, and Yashica was quickly acquiring a reputation for both electronic camera expertise and high-quality optics. 1968 also marked the year of Yashica's last major TLR camera design, the Yashica Mat 124, a popular model which combined some of the best features of Yashica's earlier TLR cameras. In 1968, Yashica introduced the TL Electro X 35mm single-lens reflex, SLR, camera and produced it until 1974. It had a screw-thread lens mount, the M42 lens mount, for its interchangeable lenses. It also had an all-electronic through-the-lens exposure meter in the viewfinder using lighted arrows, not true LEDs, which were first introduced with the Fujica ST801. The Copal Square SE shutter, a vertically traveling metal blade focal plane shutter made by Copal Corporation, used in the camera, was electronically controlled. In 1970, Yashica introduced their final TLR camera, the Yashica Mat 124G, perhaps the most evolved of the TLR variants. Like several of the earlier versions, it featured a built-in light meter. Settings to the shutter speed and aperture had to be made manually, but it allowed the camera to be used without an additional handheld meter. The 124G allowed conversion from 120 roll film to 220 roll film. Another improvement was the film advance lever, which now controlled both shutter and film advance. In 1972, Yashica introduced the TL Electro 35mm SLR camera, which was similar to the Pentax Spotmatic camera made by the Asahi Optical Company, Pentax. The TL Electro also used a lighted exposure meter display similar to that in the TL Electro X, as well as the M42 screw-threaded lens mount for its interchangeable lenses. Collaboration with Carl Zeiss and Conta. In 1973, Yashica the company began top-secret Project 130, collaboration with Carl Zeiss that produced the RTS, for real-time system, a new, and professional 35mm SLR with an electronically controlled shutter bearing the Kanta brand. A new prestige line of Yashica/Kanta lenses designed by Carl Zeiss was introduced for the camera, with a common C/Y bayonet mount allowing lens interchange between all 35mm Kanta and Yashica SLR camera models. The F. Alexander Porsche Group was hired to complete an ergonomic and styling study of the new camera. The new Kanta RTS appeared at Photokina in 1974, and became a commercial success. Yashica soon introduced several new 35mm SLR cameras beginning with the FX1, 1975, and FX2, 1976. Also in that year, in response to the success of the Kanta RTS, Yashica developed the upscale Yashica FR using some of the features of the RTS, including its electromagnetic shutter release. The FR was capable of using the entire range of Carl Zeiss T** lenses. In contemporaneous tests, the FR was described as being tougher in some ways than the more expensive Kanta RTS, including better sealing against dust and contaminants. This practice of pairing similar Kanta models with more affordable, less full-featured, but still high-quality Yashica models would continue for the next 10 years. The FR was quickly followed in April 1977 by the FRI and FR2. The FRI was a 35mm SLR offering even more features of the RTS, including an electronic shutter with both manual and aperture priority modes, and marked the high point for the Yashica brand in competing with Nikon, Canon, and Minolta for the semi-professional SLR camera market. In 1979, Yashica introduced a new inexpensive 35mm consumer SLR, the FX3, intended for entry-level buyers. Designed and manufactured to Yashica specifications by Cassina, the affordable FX3 still incorporated the C/Y lens mount that would also accept Carl Zeiss T** lenses. This simple, lightweight manual exposure SLR camera sold well, and with minor revisions, stayed in production until 2002. Kyocera era. In October 1983, Yashica Company Limited was acquired by ceramics giant Kyocera. Initially, the merger resulted in few outward changes. The manual focus, MF, FX103 program, introduced in 1985, continued the pairing tradition of high-end Yashica SLR models with Kanta 159mm, and was the first Yashica SLR with TTL flash and full programmed exposure capabilities. After 1983, all Yashica brand cameras were marketed by Kyocera, Kyoto Ceramics, which also made newer Kanta cameras. By 1985, the company was facing intense market competition from other manufacturers, especially Minolta, which had introduced a competitively priced and advanced autofocus 35mm SLR camera. Yashica eventually introduced its own autofocus 35mm SLR camera line that was overpriced and poorly marketed in comparison to its competition. In response, Kyocera gradually repositioned the brand as a budget-priced point-and-shoot camera line, moving production from Japan to Hong Kong, and discontinued high-end SLR camera production. In 2005, Kyocera halted production on all Kanta, Yashica, and other Kyocera-branded film and digital cameras. The new Yashica Corporation. In 2008, Kyocera sold the trademark rights of Yashica Incorporated to Hong Kong-based MF Jebsen Group, and is under its subsidiary JNC Datum Tech International, Limited. In late 2017, Yashica announced a digital camera, the Y35DG film camera, which raised $1.28 million on Kickstarter. The Y35, styled to resemble the old Yashica Electro 35 film camera, incorporated DG film, interchangeable faux 35 film canisters that set a precise combination of ISO and size aspect ratios. However, many owners reported multiple issues with design and functionality. Yashica's products from JNC Datum Tech International have included digital cameras, digital camcoders, digital photo frames, portable DVD players, digital audio players, digital voice recorders, binoculars, mobile phones, SD cards, and 35mm films. Yashica sold various electronic devices including 8mm film editing equipment, radios, and tape recorders. Thank you for watching this video.